Guys, the unpopular NSX Session Scout Rifle is... it's okay. Hello you awesome possums. Welcome back to yet again another not so in-depth weapon review. This time I want to talk about the NSX Session Scout Rifle. Like what I did with the Saber 13, again I'll be sharing my thoughts on this rifle with the average player's perspective in mind. Because well, that is what I am, there's no denying it. Anyway, let's start off with the tail of the tape. That is a weird transition. The NSX Session is a scout rifle from the NS Arsenal. This means all factions with the exception of Light Assault and Max classes will be able to use this. Should you wish to get the Session, it'll set you back 4,000 A7s and you can purchase it from the A7 vendor in the Sanctuary. This rifle has a 167 damage at 375 RPM with no damage drop-off. It has 22 rounds by default and can be extended with a magazine upgrade. Sounds good so far, right? Well, hold on a sec. The muzzle velocity is an underwhelming 520 meters per second. I don't want to be that guy, but I may have regretted buying this one at first because it just didn't feel right. Also, 4,000 A7s is a lot of A7s. You and I both know how long it takes to get those even for a paying player. But Possum, you do realize you can try these weapons in the VR, right? Well, that is a good point. No, seriously, I did try it in VR. Yes, you can fire away to your heart's content, but you cannot really get the actual feel of the weapon by shooting down stationary targets. I'm sure you understand this. But anyway, for close quarter combat, I don't know why you'll bring a scout rifle in CQC to begin with, but if you're thinking about it, you may need to reconsider. Unlike its cousin, the Tomoe, which has about twice the fire rate, you'll need to be quite exceptional in landing headshots with the Session's 375 RPM. And it's also worth mentioning that the cone of fire can get pretty crazy. I mean, look at this. It spreads wider than a... I can't say that here. If you really insist on bringing this rifle for CQC, I feel like at the very least, your first shot needs to land between the eyes most of the time. Also, you're gonna have to outclass this guy. That is godly. Now, a scout rifle with 167 damage and no damage drop-off, you might be tempted to go sniping with this. Well, sure, but when it comes to muzzle velocity, keep in mind that the Session has the short end of the stick, so you might have some trouble with that. I mean, my Morning Piss shoots faster and farther than this. If you really want to go sniping without switching to Infiltrator, maybe you're better off with other scout rifles. Personally, I use a Dragoon for that, but more on that in a separate video. Yes, there are challenges for short and long range fights, but I believe medium range is the sweet spot for the Session. Well, obviously, since it's a battle rifle. Okay, maybe not strictly medium range, maybe medium to medium long if that makes any sense, and I think this is where the NSX Session shines. NSX Session shines. Try saying that fast. Using the pretty standard stuff, you know, ×1 optics, compensator, and a forward grip, the Session started to grow on me even with my potato aim. But overall, I guess some tips I could give are number 1, stick with the standard ×1 optics. Although 3.4 could also work, as you can see in this clip, you may need to add a bit more touch to compensate for recoil. But I think it's still best if you stick with the standard one. Number 2, you're as good as dead in CQC. Keep your distance and do your poking at medium range. Number 3, do not go full auto just like a lot of weapons in the game. A steady rhythm of 2 or 3 shots works best, maybe 4 shots at most. Alright, so the NSX Session is not the best nor the most popular weapon in the NS line. Hell, even in the game. But it's really not that bad and it'll take some getting used to. If you're an average player like me and impulsively bought the Session, don't worry, it'll be fine. Only at first it'll feel like it's Session waste of time. But who knows, maybe the Session is the gun you've been Session for. I'm sorry, I got one more stupid pun, but I promise I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments and good luck with your next gaming session. God damn it! As always, stay awesome, Possum.